Sõltumatu tantsulava, or STL in short, is one of the host venues of Moving Identities residency program together with Vaba Lava here in Tallinn, Estonia. STL is, it means Independent Dance Stage, and we are a development center and production house. We focus on developing the Estonian dance art scene, and we support the artists. We produce and co-produce performances, movement workshops, lectures, several public events such as the dance marathon, for example. And also we have a platform for emerging dance artists called Premiere. STL was founded in 2005, and we have had the venue here in Telliskivi Creative Center for about 10 years now.
My name is Hanna Junti, and I'm a host artist here in the Moving Identities residency program. I work as a choreographer and director and performer, and I also do a lot of movement directing in theatre, which means that in my work I fluctuate a lot in between those two realms, and I think that has also led me to a big interest in interdisciplinary work. I'm drawn to rehearsal rooms that bring together people who have very different backgrounds and ways of thinking. Unique people get to come together and figure out new ways of working.
Yeah, so Kaiho is like it's a dance theater company, but we're also trying to kind of keep it open and involve other art forms, such as circus or film, and we mainly work in like commission work or with specific artists that we want to collaborate with.
And then in came Avoid. I'm Marina. I'm the artist for the performer and co-director of Avoid, and I wanted to work with Brandon, and so we started this collaboration, and then for Moving Identities we took it under Kaiho.
And I'm Brandon. So I'm the artistic director of Kaiho and the co-director of Avoid. I'm also a choreographer. My background is more in like theater and dance, and then the last couple of years also mixing it with film, etc. I've been a performer for Peeping Tom, a dance theater company from Belgium for 10 years. This year we fully focused on Kaiho in order to be able to expand the company basically.
My meeting with Kaiho was amazing. They were incredibly welcoming and open. They wanted to spend their time here productively working in the studio. I just joined them in the space, and our short collaboration, if you wish, organically really unfolded from me just observing a lot at first, but then it grew into points of discussion and dialogue.
Avoid is rooted in the phenomenon of hikikomori, which is common in Japanese society, where these people withdraw themselves from regular culture, regular day-to-day life, and seclude themselves inside their apartments for long periods of time, and has evolved onto more of a general theme of loneliness and solitude.
So we've been doing some research on like what it means to be lonely, what it means to have social withdrawal, and two big differences between solitude and loneliness, where one is more like a personal choice to be like, I don't want to be included, or I just need some time for myself basically, and the other one is more a consequence of the society where you're not in power. And we're trying to understand how different countries relate to this topic. Is one maybe more prevalent than the other? Is solitude maybe more prevalent than loneliness in Estonia, for example? Or how do people connect to that? And how is that different from Barcelona or Belgium? Or there are also other countries that we will go to and research.
I think there's also something about the project that is very personal, and it's talking about an individual loneliness and someone's personal way of living that is really related to any question of identity, and then us being surrounded by European culture and living in Europe has also then related outwards. It's like this internal research of self that then goes outward and is trying to relate to others without it necessarily being entirely a social project, but it is inherently linked to this idea of what is European identity as well.
I like their curiosity and a playful sense of exploration And it was a good reminder about the value of those ways of working, because I feel that in the industry, it's often quite product driven. There's pressure to arrive at a finished product as fast as possible. But then residencies offer a different kind of working environment where you have more time to really indulge and really dig deep into things that interest you. So it was refreshing for me to witness that for a moment.
Maybe because of the fact that it's very cold and dark here, I had the necessity to work a lot with a light. What we had in mind was more to work purely on a movement material, but I did have the feeling at one point where I was like, oh, I need something a little bit more, where I need something to kind of be able to relate to like the darkness around us. I have the feeling that that kind of influenced me. I think it would have been different if we were to be in sunny Barcelona. I think we wouldn't have worked as much on like the kind of like atmosphere of the performance and how that, you know, reflects itself in the materials. So.
The Belgian group Kaiho have been the first residents here in STL within the framework of Moving Identities program. I really admire their work ethic and their focus, their ability to work really on their topic and do research in such a short time frame. Even though the Moving Identities residency program is not so much product or production oriented, but process oriented, I'm really happy that they're willing to share their work process with us and show a little bit of their material that they've worked on. And it's been a really great pleasure of having them here.